Philosopher RuPaul once famously said, if you can't love your selfie, how the hell you gonna love somebody else's? As always, when it comes to RuPaul, I am very much inclined to agree. I believe that the recent selfie revolution, so widespread and powerful that it reaches from Ellen DeGeneres to Alex Salmond, is for the most part a really positive one. A lot of the criticism around people, and what a surprise, once again, people often just means teenage girls, taking photos of themselves focuses on the idea that it's vain, it's narcissistic, it's arrogant. See, now what's happening here is people are mistaking self-acceptance, or maybe even self-love, for arrogance. Pretty much every other video so far in this series has focused on one way or another in which young people are fucked over, forcibly implanted with this notion that we are not enough. Not pretty enough, not skinny enough, not important enough. Unfortunately, an even more sinister side of this ubiquitous invalidation comes from catcalling, from sexual harassment, from watching TV, movies, reading books and magazines, and seeing women constantly objectified, dehumanised. Selfies are in some way the cure for all of this. Taking photos of ourselves gives us an opportunity to feel good, to make that apparently taboo claim that we're happy with the way we look. This may even only be for a moment. Inside, we may still be poisoned by self-hatred and insecurity, but at least in that moment we can present a literal image of someone who likes the way they look. And there's always the hope that in time, this confident facade will be able to be internalised. What's more, taking photos of oneself instead of having photos taken of you means you have the opportunity to be in control of how you look, how you're perceived for once. A small glimpse into a utopia where people don't yell out of car windows at you in the middle of the day when you're just trying to walk home from school. Admittedly, it's not all positive. There is almost always some degree of editing that goes into the taking of these photos, a spectrum of twisting the truth that ranges from lighting choices, applying makeup and angling, to Instagram filters, to even actually using Photoshop oneself. If this is to be the case, if we're really altering our own photos to that extent, so much that they may as well be magazine cover photos, then selfies are far from a progression. In fact, they're simply spreading the epidemic of false realities and inhuman standards that young people are unable to avoid internalising and applying to themselves. Another thing that worries me is the potential motivation behind selfie taking. There is a thin and dangerous line between using a photo as a statement and using it as a question. It's hard to tell when "I look good" turns into "do I look good?", the latter representing a desperate call and unhealthy need for external validation. The latter, moreover, can become addictive, deleting profile photos from Facebook if they don't get over 20 likes in an hour, excessively tagging selfies on Tumblr or Instagram with anything that's even slightly relevant to the photo in the hope that complete strangers will stumble across it and be able to boost your self-esteem, a perception that should come from inside you but can too easily become tethered to the opinions of other people. Whether you're doing the former or the latter is something that you as an individual need to explore. Try and work out if you obsess over likes, if you're constantly checking to see if the number of comments or likes has increased, if you delete anything which doesn't attract enough positive feedback, if one negative comment feels like it ruins your day or even your week. If so, maybe reconsider how you interact with photos of yourself. Okay, so it's not exactly black and white. There are sometimes broken motivations behind selfie taking. But on the whole, it's about self-love and confidence and empowerment, all things that I can definitely get behind. The way to selfie is to do so not always in the best lighting or with all your makeup on or with a filter, but when you're feeling happy and confident. If you follow that rule, you can make the most of them. Selfie away. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will link the rest of the videos in the series in the description bar below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with when I post new videos. And I will see you soon. Bye!